Welcome back to the second video in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Top 5 series. Last time I went through my top 5 loved and hated characters, so up next is my top 5 loved and hated stages. As with the characters list, this is only for stages that are part of the vanilla game, so will not include any of the DLC stages. This is only going to be for the normal version of each stage, so the Omega and Battlefield versions are not going to be taken into consideration. I'm also going to discount all of the large stages that were designed for 8 players. I had them on a previous list saying that having only 2 to 4 people battling it out on such a large stage sucked, and I still think that, but I'm not going to use a space on this list to say that again. As always, this is purely my opinion, blah blah blah, let's go. Kalos Pokemon League. A lot of the Pokemon stages are really good, but I thought rather than take up a few places with multiple Pokemon stages, I'd just pick the one I like most. I had Spear Pillar as one of my favourites in a previous video, but it seems different to how it used to be, and for Smash Ultimate, it's Kalos Pokemon League that I like the most. What separates this stage from the others is that the various forms of the previous Pokemon Stadium stages seem to focus more on changing the physical layout of the stage, whereas for Kalos, the changes aren't as big for the terrain, but the effects they have is huge and it's great. Dreamland GB. This stage first appeared in Smash for 3DS, but I didn't play that version, so if this is the quality of stages exclusive to that version, I didn't miss much in that regard. I don't really like small stages or scrolling stages, so minor spoiler for some of the stages in the hated list, and this one is guilty of both. I had a bad experience with this stage the very first time I played on it, but I didn't want one bad experience to completely tarnish the stage, so I gave it the benefit of the doubt and had multiple other matches on it. Even after all that, I'm still not a fan. Paper Mario. Another stage that was originally a Smash 3DS exclusive, but this time I really like it, so I guess I should take back what I said about the exclusive Smash 3DS stages. The stage starts on a colourful arena apparently called Hither Thither Hill. You wouldn't believe the number of attempts it took to say that properly. But a fan appears causing a wind to wreak havoc on the stage. For a while this was all I saw of the stage, because during the World of Light and Spirit Board battles, the fight would be over before the stage moved on to its other forms, the first being a ship and the second being outside Bowser's castle, before going back to Hither Thither Hill. Creativity of these arenas made the stage a lot of fun. I especially like the giant blooper that appears after the ship. There are some traps you need to avoid, like being munched on by Bowser's head, and it all makes for one great stage. Four-side. We haven't seen Four-side since Smash Bros. Melee, and although that was before I was doing my top 5 videos, I remember being rather indifferent to Four-side when playing the stage in Melee, so I'm not sure what's changed to make it go from meh to taking the number 4 slot in my hated list. My main problem with this stage is the long gaps between the buildings, which are very easy to fall into and you have no chance of being able to escape. Characters who can wall jump probably have a slightly easier time if you can get the wall jump going, but for the most part it's a pain in the arse. The stage was like that in Melee, but I don't remember the gaps being as much of a problem as they are in Ultimate. WarioWare Incorporated. I believe I had this stage on my top 5 list for Smash Wii U, and I still really enjoy the stage. Every now and then a minigame will appear based on the games from the WarioWare games, though one on the GameCube was great, like avoiding a load of arrows or staying under an umbrella during rain. Nothing happens if you fail the minigame, but if you win, you get a reward like invincibility, healing, or being made giant. Having the minigames makes a tough choice of completing the game for the bonus, or taking advantage of those that are and attacking them while they're distracted. Either way, it makes for an entertaining stage. Loon Fight. So far we've had 2 stages that started as Smash 3DS exclusives, and here we have another I wish stayed as a Smash 3DS exclusive. The main problem I have is the water in the middle. The platforms can easily get in the way and make it so you fall into the water, which is annoying enough as it is, but there's a fish in the water that can eat you and cause an instant KO, which is just infuriating. Although this is one of the few stages where you can walk off one side and appear on the other side, I still find matches end up being very cramped due to trying to avoid that damn fish. Arena Ferox. This makes 2 Smash 3DS stages, each for both the loved and hated list. I had the Colosseum in the Smash Wii U top 5 list, and while I do still like that stage, Arena Ferox just added a little extra pizzazz. It still has the awesome arena backdrop, but the forms the stage takes are a little bit more varied compared to a few rising platforms that Colosseum had. It's pretty much a case of they took a stage I already liked and made it even better. Brinstar Depths. Another stage we haven't seen since Melee, and I was really pleased the stage wasn't in Brawl or Smash Wii U, but it's back in Ultimate much to my disappointment. I hated the stage in Melee and I hate the stage in Ultimate. It's okay at the start, but when Craig turns up and starts spinning it around, the fun begins. Bits get in the way, the floaty bit is just plain awkward, it makes a small platform even smaller, and it's just one annoyance after another. And look at the bottom here, Ridley has gotten stuck on the platform and can't get back up. Granted, other characters may have been able to, but it's still a really bad design aspect for any stage. If the chunk that spins was a bit bigger, then maybe it would have been okay, but as it is, having a small chunk of rock rotate making everything worse is very far removed from my idea of a fun stage. Before looking at my most loved stage, here are some honourable mentions. Midgar. I mentioned in the DLC characters and stages video I did for Smash Wii U that I really liked Midgar, and had it have been available when I did the top 5 loved and hated stages for Smash Wii U video, Midgar would probably have been on it somewhere. Luckily the stage has come across to Smash Ultimate and I love it. The random summon materia still appears to summon one of 5 possible spirits, which have a huge effect on the stage. The summons themselves are a rather impressive spectacle to behold, and the first time I summoned Leviathan in Smash Ultimate, I actually pressed back into my chair as the tidal wave approached. It's a fantastic stage and I love it. Before revealing my most hated stage, here are some dishonourable mentions. Shadow Moses Island. Ha! Fooled you, of course it's 75M. It was my number 1 hated in Brawl, it was my number 1 hated in Smash for Wii U, and nothing changed. I've said what I hate about the stage twice already, but just in case you haven't seen the previous videos, I'll sum it up by saying having small separated platforms in such a huge stage makes fighting on it so infuriating. I want to avoid this stage at all costs. The springs getting in the way, the ladders being climbed when I don't want to, nothing to save you from falling to your death when you're trying to reverse the damn annoying platforms. It's just awful. There were quite a few stages that weren't brought over from Smash 3U, some that I loved and others I would prefer to avoid, but I really wish this one had been left behind to rot. And that's the list. Let me know what you thought, as well as your own top 5 loved and hated stages. Up next will be the top 5 loved and hated final smashes, so until then, as always, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.